Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to give you the full rundown of Aurora from the house of Aaron Terence Hughes. Buttery, creamy, smooth, velvety and floral. If you like the sound of that, then stay tuned. What is good, YouTube? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikey Cologne. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I know everybody has busy lives. You're out there, you're trying to earn yourself some dough. So if you're taking the time out of your day to watch my content, I thank you very much, and thank you again for all the support. Now, today we are talking about Aurora. Aaron dropped this when he dropped his Fever series. You've got Fever, Red Fever and Blue Fever, all great fragrances. And when I done first impressions on this, I was like, man, that is definitely suited for a woman, for a lady. But after a couple of wearings, I was like, do you know what? I would happily wear this. Yeah, I'll wear fragrances to test them out, but this one isn't going to get thrown out the back of the shelf. The more I smell this, the more I want to smell this. When I spray it on my arm, I keep sniffing my arm. It is so creamy and smooth. And it's got a nice dose of sweetness to it. Like, this is not an overly sweet fragrance, but the sweetness that it does have, spot on. Right, you got bergamot, pear, neroli, peach, vanilla, rhubarb, jasmine, sambac, amber, blonde wood and sandalwood. Now, immediately on that first spray, you get the jasmine sambac, and jasmine can come across a little bit dirty at times. Here it isn't. It's clean, it's sweet and it's creamy. Now with this you get a light touch of bergamot, very light touch, to add some freshness in up top. Then you've got the peach, you have the rhubarb, and this creates this soft fruity quality in the fragrance. And because that jasmine is creamy, the peach comes across smelling like milky, like a milky peach, if that makes sense. And the rhubarb is a supporting note. But I tell you what I also get up top, the neroli shines, and what it does is on my skin it goes a little bit green, and I think the rhubarb supports the neroli, and I think the rhubarb supports the pear and the peach. Now as it starts to settle in, like I say, that bergamot, that is short-lived. Then you start getting whiffs of the vanilla. Now the vanilla mixed in with the peach and the rhubarb, then the sandalwood comes in, and then you got the blonde wood. So the longer this sits, the creamier it gets. Then it starts getting so smooth and creamy that it comes across velvety and buttery. You get a soft woodsy undertone, dries down a little bit more. Now the vanilla comes forward a little bit more. The jasmine in this is front center. That is what you're going to get. Everything happens around this jasmine sambac, and it is very well done. If you like smooth, creamy, sweet, floral fragrances, you are going to fall head over heels for Aurora. Now, fellas, if you're watching this, do not be put off by the note of jasmine. Just order yourself a 10 ml. If you're on the fence, don't go for the full 50. Order a 10 ml and see what you think. Because like I say, at first I was like, only a woman can wear this. But definitely not. The longer it dries down, it still sits on the feminine side, don't get me wrong. But because of that woodsy undertone that comes through with a little bit of musk as well, and then also you got the vanilla, it does start to lean it back towards the unisex mark, but staying on the feminine side. But I've had no negative comments wearing this. I've worn this around friends, I've worn this around family. No one has turned around and said to me, you smell like a woman, what are you wearing? No, they haven't. I've had a couple of people, well, family members, ask what I was wearing, because what they turned around and said is that they can smell something creamy and vanillic in the air. And I told them it was Aurora, and they liked the fragrance. But anyway, that is my full review of Aurora. Right, I think you can make this your signature scent. I think in hotter weather, this is going to blossom. I think that Nerode is going to open up. I think that Jasmine Sandbag is going to do a little bit more, especially, like I say, in the heat. You can wear this in colder days. Now, the longevity on me has been 6 hours, and that is on skin. On clothes, I can faintly smell it the next day. So on me, it's not beast mode like Red Fever was, or quite a lot of his fragrances for that fact. But I would say it's, on me, it's moderate. But ladies, this is definitely a safe buy for you. Fellas, if you're on the fence, I urge you just to give it a go. If you don't like florals completely, then maybe stay away from it. But I never used to like floral fragrances, and I started to get into them the more fragrances I got, and I was like, a floral fragrance has to be done right for me to appreciate and want to wear it. And that is what this is. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you have tried this fragrance. Do you own it? What do you think of it? What do you think of some of his new releases? I think he's got a new release coming out at the end of this month. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I mean, you lot know on his website you have to be quick. And I'm going to be right there with you, being as quick as I can to order his new release, which I think is going to be his summer fragrance. Like I say, I cannot wait. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate everybody's support. And remember, smelling good's always a pleasure and never a chore. And I will see you lot on the next one. Cheers.